Hey guys, AJ here, back with another one for you. So today we're gonna look at a video from the lead attorney. If you guys haven't checked out his channel yet, guys, go over to his channel. He was a divorce attorney for 20 years, so he has a lot of really good advice about marriage, relationships, paternity court, all that stuff that us guys need to know about. So, guys, he has his Friday lives where people call in and ask him for advice, and this is him on the left. On the right, we have a caller whose wife walked out on him, right? Just left. So we're going to see what he has to say to this guy. But before we do, guys, please remember to like, subscribe, drop a comment. It really helps to keep this channel going. Hit the notification bell. And yeah, guys, so a little bit of background. This guy, Vince, on the right, his wife left him. Now, they've been together for about, I think, 7 years or whatever. And he's really religious. So he's trying to stick out his marriage because he's super Christian or whatever. And there's one thing that you can count on the lead attorney is to give practical advice. Okay? And guys, I know that there's a lot of you who might be married and you're sticking it out for religious reasons or whatever. Guys, you have to look at if you are happy in the relationship. And if you're not getting, if the cons outweigh the pros, you have to leave. So let's just jump into this, guys, and here we go.
That I shouldn't, because there is a part of my mind where I'm saying, I don't think it's a good idea. Like if both of us got together and we said, hey, we want to work on it, but she wants to keep divorce on the table as an option, then in my mind, I think, well, that's not a good foundation to move forward. That kind of feels like a threat.
So he's saying that he and his wife, that he wanted them to meet up and work things out. And his wife said, fine, we can work things out, but I want you to know that divorce will always be on the table, right?
Of like, if you don't do what I'm looking for and it's not going in the direction that I want it to go, then I'm out of here. And it's almost conflicting with each other. How can you want the relationship but also want to leave the relationship? So in my mind, I said, hey, I that's a boundary. Like we are not moving forward if divorce stays on the table. But is that creating, should I just ignore that feeling of a threat and just say, hey, if you have demand, let me just meet them and see what happens? Or maintain that boundary and say, if divorce doesn't get removed as an option, then we just need to go ahead and do it.
See, this is uh how brainwashed you can get in these relationships. Did you just hear the question he just asked? Should I just take that threat and just like do what she tells me to do, or should I? What kind of question is that?
Yeah, two things. Number one, again, you're not looking at this in reality.
There you go.
You're looking at
Right.
this through your
Facts.
religious faith. But
Mm-hmm.
all religion lies on top of reality. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Reality is what it is. Let me tell you something. You're saying that she wants to keep divorce on the table, and you're saying that you view that as a threat. You say, I don't know if I want to move forward if divorce is on the table. Let me tell you something, Vincent. And this goes to all men.
Mm-hmm.
Divorce is always on the table.
Boom, right there. That's what these guys don't understand. Divorce is always on the table. That's why you gotta watch the lead attorney's channel, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Divorce is always on the table,
Facts.
whether it's stated or whether it's not stated, whether it's implicit or whether it's explicit, whether she tells you it's not on the table or whether she tells you it is on the table. It's always on the table. As long as there are lead attorneys floating around in all these different cities, 20-year divorce attorneys, it is always on the table. As long as we will accept that Visa card, that MasterCard, that Amex, it is always on the table. She is telling you reality. She could tell you a lie and tell you that it's not on the table, piss her off and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
So you are looking at that statement completely wrong. She is telling you a fact of life. All right. It's on the table. Whether you want to view this reality as a threat or not, That's your decision.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, the fact that she's contemplating that, the fact that she wants to move it from the back pocket to the, kind of to the front part, just get out. Just get out.
Mm.
I was in love with this.
Facts. Guys, don't ever let a woman strong arm you or hold anything over you. Just get out. Get out. Because then this is all about power, and they want the power. She wants to hold that divorce over him so she can beat him over the head with it and take his power away. Guys, the biggest power move that you can make is to leave.
This girl, man, a few years ago, and we didn't make it to marriage. If we would have stayed together another year, we would have made it there. But it was never like, oh, Lee, you fuck up and I'm gonna leave you. Could she have left me at every single moment? Yes. But we were not thinking about that because we were enjoying one another. It was an awesome relationship. When I see all these couples, guys, and the woman has been threatening divorce for years, why do you want to stay in a relationship like that?
Facts.
Coming from a secular point of view, thinking about your happiness, right? So let me respect it. You're not really coming from the secular point of view. Mm-hmm. But I'm just telling you, it's hard for me to really address it because you might be willing to do things for your belief, for your faith that I don't think a person should do. You might be willing to stay in an effed up marriage for 8 years and then she cashes you out and you say, well, that was my faith and that was my cross to bear, and that's fine. I'm just telling you from a divorce attorney's perspective that this relationship is not in your personal interest.
Facts.
Could it be in your religious interest? Maybe. It's not in your personal interest.
And guys, the fact that someone would think that those two things don't square, because your religious interests are supposed to line up with your personal interests. So, yeah.
There are women out there who will make you feel so much better than this woman who's like, yeah, well, we can see, but, I've got my divorce papers, signed already. You just, I'll fuck up and see what happens. You don't need to be with a person like that.
Facts.
You're young. You make a great income. You're super smart. You're 30 years old. You got all of your trajectory is all upwards. And you're dealing with this chick who's like, oh, well, we can try, but divorce is always right there. Just get out. Get out.
I hear you.
I mean, you can choose what you want to do based on your religion. I'm telling you the reality.
I got you.
Right? I'm telling you the reality. So she's not going to, it's sometimes the reality. It's just like Elon said, guys, sometimes we want to think that stuff is a different way than what it really is.
Yep, that's true.
And that shit hurt, man. Goddamn. When me and that girl broke up, I mean, real talk, it took me like a year to get over that shit. That was tough. So
yeah, and we've got 6.5 years total invested because we started dating a while back. And we dated for a while and we were engaged for a while. And
you see how he's talking about his investment, but then she walked out on him for basically no reason, right? So guys, this is the sunken cost fallacy where he's trying to say, well, I have all this invested and I care about this, but obviously the woman that he's with doesn't care. She's just taken off. You know what I'm saying?
Married a lot less. But yeah, I think that's also a part that's tougher.
Yeah, you just need to know that divorce is always on the table. As a 20-year attorney, I can see the couples who are going to make it, couples who this has all the indications that it's just not gonna.
No, I feel you.
It's not gonna work out. But I know for religious reasons. I know, man. God damn.
It hurt, bro. It does hurt. And I won't lie to you. It does feel like. Because your boy's been leveling up. And it's like, I'm not here wasting time.
I'm right here with you, man. That's what I think about this girl. I'm like,
see? And that's the dual nature there. His heart's telling him, oh, love, I dedicated myself to this chick, religion, God. But his head is telling him, man, something ain't right here. I'm making more money. I shouldn't be having to deal with this mess. So there's this conflict he has going on in him within him. And I'm glad that the lead attorney here is helping him to understand this. Because when he had this face, you know that he already knew that what the lead attorney is saying was true. He just had this kind of social brainwashing saying, you got to stick it out. You know what I'm saying? If you leave, you're a bad guy. All this foolishness, you know?
Like, come on, she was with me when I started my YouTube channel, man. In fact, I put her in one of my videos. Like, this is way back. She was with me when it started, when I had the idea. I remember we were walking around on this lake. It was like 6 p.m. And we were walking around this lake, and I was telling her I was going to start a YouTube channel. She's like, why are you going to do that? And I was like, man, I think it'll be a good idea. She was like, all right, I think it's crazy, but whatever. She was super supportive, helped me out so much, man. And I look back, and I'm like, people will fuck shit up, and
it's facts.
I don't know. It's really not her fault, Just the circumstances were all messed up. But sometimes the shit's just not really gonna work out, and you got to accept that, right? And you got to have boundaries for yourself too.
It's true,
because if you get into this thing where you're gonna do everything that she wants so that she doesn't divorce you, no.
There you go, guys. That's why you gotta watch the lead attorney. He's right. You're just gonna be, her lapdog just so she doesn't leave you. You're going to have no power, no masculine frame, no nothing for the rest of your marriage. Get the fuck out of here.
If you're going to live in the doghouse for 30 years and she just gets to walk in and tell you how the shit's going to be in your house so that she doesn't divorce you, every single day she gets to pull her weight around and throw these fucking divorce papers in your face.
Facts. Yep.
You got to man up like me and be like, you got to get out. My girl, man, she had damn double D's. I was like, I gotta leave these. I gotta leave the double D's. Oh
my God. You guys. Yeah, there you go.
Listen, this is some man-to-man shit, boy. Oh, man. So I feel you, though, Vicente, man. Yeah. Like, dudes, we go through some of the same shit. It's just that we don't really talk to one another.
That's facts. So, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Guys, check out the lead attorney's channel. He has a lot of really great advice, you guys. And please, if you're in a marriage, a relationship, you feel like she's checked out, if she's literally left already, guys, look, if she's made it clear or if she has some type of crisis in her life where she feels like, guys, just leave, get out of the situation, right? Because usually women that have left, they've probably checked out like months before, and they're just trying to get up the guts to actually physically hurt your feelings. So, all right, you guys, let me know what you think. Let me know if you've been in a marriage where your wife left for no reason and what you did. So, all right, you guys, this is AJ. I appreciate you guys. Like and subscribe, and I'm out of here.